Hello, you're welcome once again today. Today's session will be on mediation on inheritance matters. Mediation on inheritance matters is a very, very dynamic topic for us to discuss. And as we may know, it spans across the probates and the wills because you have to have someone make a will for you to inherit. And in sharing, that's when the probate matter comes in. So these two things are intertwined, they are interrelated. So basically, as we may know, a lot of people have issues when it comes to inheritance. Most people are in delusion that somebody must leave something for them that they didn't work for. So what happens in this kind of scenario? Emotions are heightened when you have such situation. When someone believing, okay, I've put in so much effort for this particular person. Why am I getting this little? Forgetting that it's at that person's discretion. So when you as a mediator steps into this kind of matter, you're there to douse that tension. You're there to manage that emotion. You're there to make sure as a third party that among siblings particularly, you're there to make sure that the issues do not get way out of hand. Because for the person to have made his will, I'm sure he did not make his will for it to be fought over, for you his memory to be desecrated. Like we could have a situation where we have somewhere sometime in the past, we have an erudite, an elite man that made a will that had a will. And surprisingly, all these children were from a particular, all of them they were all from one mother, and they had issues about a will. And these are established men by their own rights. They had issues over this will. If they had recourse to mediation, they would not have had these issues. They would not have been at the public space. In fact, even those of us who are lawyers use their cases as precedents. So imagine the man in his grave will be turning. A man that wrote wills for some people, having even children who are learned, fighting over issues that they shouldn't have fought over in the first instance. So this is how dirty, if not properly managed, inheritance matters can actually get. It can be messy if you're not careful, if it's not carefully managed and it's brought to the public space. If the children had recourse to mediation, not taking the matter to the public by going to court, dragging, litigating, maybe of course not maybe, we wouldn't have used it as precedent in the court if they had only been temperate enough to have recourse to mediation. Now boils down to, okay, before I even delve into the advantages of mediation, at the height, there's something called the tipping stage in mediation. When it comes to mediation and inheritance matters, it's the tipping stage when emotions are heightened. When, I'm expecting this, I've done this shouldn't be the way it should have been done, and emotions are heightened. This is the tipping stage. This is where issues could go overboard if not well managed. And this is where you need an experienced mediator to calm down nerves, make everybody come to terms, be in one mind, be in tandem with one another, so that issues can be resolved. This is the rigorous part of mediation in inheritance matters, where you have to calm down the nerves because emotions are heightened. Once you overcome this area, managing the emotions, then you're good to go to have a successful mediation and invariably a good settlement agreement. So what are the advantages of mediation? In light of what I've just said, if these people had recourse to mediation, they would have been a private setup. It would have been confidential. People wouldn't have used their case, washed their family, the little secrets they had in their family outside. If they had recourse to mediation, they would have had a private settlement of issues. It would have been cost effective. Imagine a man having a lot of estates and you're litigating on on how your estates should be shared. If you do that via litigation, you're going to spend a lot of money. But if you do that through mediation, at least it's cost effective. You reduce the cost of what you spend litigating by recourse to mediation. Apart from that, in spite of all this, I will get or you will not get, as we say in our local parlance, the most important thing in the family is a key place not to toy with. So if you mediate, you preserve relationships. If people out of their own will, because mediation, like if you remember vividly, mediation is a parties process. If out of their own will they agree to settle amicably, then you have a successful settlement agreement. In other words, if they settle, each person gets what is due to him or her, then you have a peaceful settlement. You have a relationship that will thrive even beyond the so-called inheritance matters, even beyond the wills, even beyond the probate. So you see what mediation has achieved in doing. It has achieved making sure the advantages, confidentiality, privacy, preservation of relationship, and speedy resolution of matters. Because if the parties is a parties process, so if we all manage our emotions, Okay, say, this is what I expected. Say, no technicalities, no unnecessary adjournments. Yes, there could be adjournments, but it won't be unnecessary because the adjournments will not be from a third party. The adjournments will be what the parties, both of them, come to the table with. It will be easier to reach an adjournment between parties fine-tuned by the mediator than litigating. So for further listening, join me on my channel, my YouTube channel, or my WhatsApp platform. I'm willing to answer more questions therein. Thank you very much.